I didn't escape prison to run. I escaped to expose the man who put me there. His name is Christopher Noah. The world knew him as a titan of industry, a philanthropist. I knew him as my boss, my mentor, a man who handed me a golden opportunity and then pushed me off the cliff. 4 years ago, I was his right hand. I managed his private equity firm's most sensitive accounts, privy to every deal, every handshake. I trusted him completely. He spoke of legacy, of building something that would outlive us both. He invited my family to his estate for weekend barbecues. My son looked up to him. My wife admired him. I believed in the vision, and more importantly, I believed in him. That was my first mistake. The day it all fell apart started like any other. A morning meeting, a review of quarterly projections. Then, 2 federal agents walked into my office. They didn't ask questions. They made statements. Embezzlement, wire fraud, a mountain of fabricated evidence, all pointing directly at me. The transactions were made from my terminal, with my credentials. Christopher was the one who reported it. He stood there in the doorway, a look of profound disappointment on his face, a performance worthy of an award. In that single moment, my life was erased. The man I trusted had weaponized that trust to make me his scapegoat, the perfect fall guy for his own colossal crimes. The trial was a blur. My defense was underfunded and overwhelmed. The prosecution had an endless supply of documents, all neatly packaged by Noah's legal team. I was sentenced to 12 years in a federal penitentiary. Inside, the world shrinks to the size of a concrete box. Hope is a currency you can't afford. For the first year, I was a ghost, just another number in a system designed to break you down. My family was forced into hiding, harassed by the media and threatened by Noah's associates who wanted to ensure my silence. My wife would send coded messages in her letters, telling me they were safe, but constantly on the move. That's when I realized staying in prison wasn't just a sentence for me. It was a death sentence for my family's future. I had to get out. The first escape attempt was clumsy, desperate. I was caught within an hour, my sentence extended. The second attempt was smarter, planned with an inmate who promised me a route out. He sold me out for a lighter sentence. Another betrayal. Each failure taught me something. Prison became my university. I stopped thinking about the walls and started studying the people who guarded them, the routines they followed, the blind spots in the system. I learned about leverage, about patience, about how power truly works. It's not about strength. It's about information. I spent 2 years observing, listening, and planning. My awakening wasn't a flash of light. It was a slow, grinding realization that the system wouldn't save me. I had to learn how to confront it without becoming the monster it was designed to contain. The third escape wasn't about running. It was about taking responsibility. My release wasn't for freedom, but to fulfill a duty. I had to clear my name and protect my family. The plan was meticulous, exploiting a flaw in the prison's laundry transport system. It was quiet, methodical, and it worked. I walked out in a maintenance uniform, heart pounding with a cold, controlled purpose. I was a ghost again, but this time, I was the one doing the haunting. For the next 6 months, I lived in the shadows, using the very skills Noah had taught me about finance and data to hunt him. He never expected me to get out, let alone fight back. That's when I realized escaping wasn't enough. He had to be exposed. Noah had a new protege, a young analyst just like I used to be, and I could see the same pattern unfolding. He was grooming his next victim. I had to move faster. If you believe that justice should always prevail, make sure to like this video and subscribe. My fight was far from over. My revenge wouldn't be with fists or weapons, but with the truth. I started feeding anonymous tips to a hungry financial journalist. ID research from prison details only an insider would know. Small leaks at first, then bigger ones. I used burner phones and encrypted networks to send her fragments of evidence I had memorized, guiding her toward the digital breadcrumbs Noah had tried to bury. I turned his own partners against him by revealing how he was cheating them too. The seeds of distrust I planted grew into a forest of paranoia within his inner circle. He became isolated, trapped in a prison of his own making, watching his empire crumble one headline at a time. The reversal was complete. The hunter had become the hunted. The final piece was a secured server Noah used for his most illicit communications. I didn't hack it. I tricked him into giving me the access. I created a fake story about a rival trying to blackmail him and offered him a secure way to protect his data. A trap he walked right into. With the server's contents in the journalist's hands, the story exploded. Federal investigators reopened the case, but this time they weren't looking at me. The evidence was irrefutable. With the truth out, I walked into the U.S. Marshal's office. I didn't come back as a fugitive. I returned on my own terms, ready to face the system that had failed me. The charges against me were dropped. Noah was arrested, his reputation shattered, his legacy incinerated by the truth he tried so hard to bury. Justice wasn't handed to me. It was earned. I stepped back into the world, not as the man I was, but as someone who understood that true freedom isn't about escaping walls. It's about having the strength to face the truth, no matter the cost. Thank you for watching. If my story resonated with you, please subscribe for more content that explores the fight for justice.